This is the third tutorial of the PowerPoint series for the Tenderloin Technology Lab. So we're going to continue on from our last video. The last video we inserted this new slide and we formatted some of these text boxes. When we inserted our new slide, we also chose a layout with those content boxes as well, and then we changed the size of our text box. But just because of the layout has only two text boxes that we particularly chose doesn't mean that we can't insert more things. So I'm going to show you how to insert a text box as well. So once again, I go up here to my Insert tab in my menu bar, and then I click to where it says Text Box. I then scroll into my white area until I get a downward facing cross. I single click and I drag over, and I'm holding the mouse, and I drag down and I let go. You'll notice as you let go of your text box, it becomes smaller. That's just the default for PowerPoint. Don't worry about this because as you continue typing your text, it's going to adjust automatically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in Tenderloin Technology Lab, and then I'm going to adjust the size of my text box. I think I'm going to leave the font that way. I'm then going to scroll to the edge of my text box to move this, click and hold, and I'm going to drag it to here in my corner. I'm also going to insert some clip art, so once I'm finished with my text box, I make sure I'm clicked outside of it by single clicking into the white area. I then go up to Insert again here in my menu bar, and then I single click on clip art. It then brings up my clip art search bar as well, and I'm going to search for food. I'm going to click on Go, and then I'm going to choose a clip art and single click on it to insert it into my slideshow. I'm then going to adjust the picture, make it a little smaller. And what I want to eventually do with this picture is bring it to the background of where my Tenderloin Technology Lab text box is down here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it to where I want it to be. And then I have to do an extra step to send it to the back so that my text box is on top of my picture. I then make sure, number one, I'm clicked inside of my picture. I click on my Format tab in my Picture Toolbar menu bar. And then I'm going to scroll to where it says Send Backwards. I'm going to scroll over to the arrow next to that, and I'm going to select Send to Back. It then brings my text box to the back of my clip art to the back of my text box. Then I can move my text box over the clip art as well. So I can use that for a background of my slideshow and make it a little bigger if I wanted to as well. So I'm done with this slide, so I'm going to again single click somewhere in the white area, then I'm going to insert a new slide. I'm going to go up here to my Home tab again, and then once again click on where it says New Slide. And I'm now going to choose a to content layout. I single click on that to content, it inserts a new slide for me. And you'll see here on the slideshow pane, the third option comes up, or my third slideshow. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to use these text boxes. I'll show you how to delete these in a second. But I'm going to use this first content box to insert some clip art. So we're going to pretend that this clip art search bar wasn't open. So I'm going to close that up by clicking on this close arrow, or this close X. And then I'm going to go through just what each of these symbols are. So the first one is to insert a table. And the next one is to insert a chart. You can do a smart art graphic, a picture from a file, some clip art, or a media clip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go with clip art for right now. So I'm going to single click on where it says clip art. And once again, it brings up the same clip art search bar as well. So now I'm going to search for apple. I'm going to choose the one that I like and single click on that clip art, insert it, and then I'm going to make it a little bigger as well. And then move it more to the center. Now, I'm going to show you how to get rid of these text boxes right here. Just because I have them here doesn't mean that I need to use them at all. I can either change the layout of my slideshow. When you choose your layout of your slide, you can always go back and change it around. So I'm going to show you how to do that first. I make sure I'm somewhere in my third slide, and I click up to where it says Home again in my menu bar. And then next to where it says New Slide, there is a layout option. If I want to change the layout of my selected slide, I single click on my layout and I can change my layout by clicking on any of these Office themes. But I'm going to stick with 2 content right now. That was just to show you how to do that. So I'm going to just click outside of that, and now I'm going to get rid of these extra text boxes. To do that, I just single click on the outside where I have my 4-sided arrow of one of the text boxes to make sure I've clicked onto that text box, and then I hit my delete key on my keyboard. And I'm also going to do the same thing for this second one, so I'm going to click onto that text box with my 4-sided arrow on the very edge and hit my delete button, and it will delete those extra text boxes that I don't need to use.